Hey everyone, welcome to this week's message. My promise to you, we're going to have a great time. I'm going to get you to think, I'm going to get you to reflect, and I'm going to ask you to put a mirror right up in front of your face as you listen to this message. Here's the question. It's the question I want everybody in sales to reflect upon this week. Simply put, would you hire yourself right now based upon your work, based upon your efforts? I'm going to ask you all to think about that this week. Would you hire yourself based upon your work? And it's this question. This question should prompt each and every one of you to do some honest self-assessment work. The work around your ethics, your productivity, and your overall contribution to the workplace. I'm going to question y'all this week. Would you hire yourself? Are you going above and beyond what's expected? Are you showing, here, key in on this one, please. Are you showing proactivity or reactivity? Are you taking ownership of what you do? The late, great Napoleon Hill once said this. Please hear me out on this. If you were your own employer, would you be entirely satisfied with the day's work you have done today? Now, I'm going to repeat that for all the people that are sitting virtually in this back row. Napoleon Hill once said, if you were your own employer, would you be entirely satisfied with the day's work you have done today? That's a thinker. In fact, that might be a keeper. Here's what I do know. There's a very clear connection, between personal development, your personal development, and your success as a sales professional. Again, here's another question. Are you becoming the kind of person you'd want to work with and or employ? Now, hopefully, I feel I have so far. Have I stirred the mental pot and got you all thinking? Let's pause just for a moment and reflect on that. Because what I want us all to clearly think with me on this. Reflect on your day's work. Reflect upon it. Reflect upon the day's work that you do, and here's the two questions I want you to ask at the end of every day this week. Are you ready? Why don't you go ahead and grab a sheet of paper and a pen and just jot these down. And at the end of each day this week, I want you to honestly, transparently answer these two questions. Question number one. Have I given 100% of my time and my talents today? That's question number one. Here's question number two. If this were my company, would I like it to be filled with hundreds of other people just like me? Or would I prefer to hire individuals with a little bit more initiative and personal drive? Those are the two questions this week. Reflect on these questions. Please don't deflect on these questions. Because I do know this, and I think collectively I can get in agreement with you all on this. We all have choices. We all have choices of how we want to carry ourselves and how we all want to show up. But something deep down inside of me tells me this. If this was your own company, you'd be showing up a whole lot different than you are now. And why am I saying this? This is why. Because your clients and your future clients, they're desperately, and I mean desperately, sinking out. Sales professionals who sell from the heart, who give a rip, who value them, who are listening to them, as opposed to all the sales reps out there that are empty suits. Together, let's eradicate all these empty suits. If you can sell from the heart and commit to selling from the heart, this has a direct impact to your sustainability, an increase in revenues, an increase in profitability, which is your commissionable dollars. Again, we all have choices. How do y'all want to show up? That's the message this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I believe in all of you. Until next time, keep being real, keep being genuine, keep being authentic. Pay attention to how you show up. And most of all, sell from the heart.